Today, a little bit more about lower back recovery. Now, this doesn't mean pain. Specifically, I'm taking you with me today on a little routine that I'm gonna do to warm up, I guess, my lower back and kind of recover from what I did to myself yesterday and what I've been doing to myself recently, which is digging. Lots of digging and bending over and pulling up rocks and moving dirt. So ultimately, the muscles in my lower back and upper glutes are very sore. I don't have an injury, something didn't pop or snap, it just got used a lot, so I'm sore. If you have back pain, this video is not for you. You should be seeing a physical therapist and finding out a little bit more about what is generating your pain. So, if you did a million deadlifts, if you did a lot of kettlebell swings, if you were also shoveling something, this video might be the right one for you. Today, you will need a foam roller, a lacrosse ball, and a band that you can tie off to some type of an object above you, a pull-up bar, some type of a higher anchor point. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe and like this video. Everything that we do isn't going to be a very long time. We're trying to do a little bit of a warm-up, again, of the lower back, get everything moving. We're not trying to make a bad situation worse by trying to do any really deep stretches. Again, too, if you are having back pain, do not stretch your back. If anything, maybe you want to stretch your hips a little bit, but definitely consult a professional first. Let's get going. Foam rollers first. Simply long passes, the whole spine, right? Lower back, mid back, upper back. I'm pulling apart my shoulder blades a little bit, right? Shift my weight around a little bit side to side. Just checking in, pretty much to see, well, how bad is it? If I'm rolling on a piece of foam, you know, how bad is it? I know it's pretty sore from how I'm getting up and in and out of bed or when I have to bend over to pick up something right now. But again, with just this little foam roller, you know, what am I working with? Side of the rib cage here, really trying to get the lats. Don't forget when the lats tighten up, they will also tend to pull you into more extension at the lumbar area. That's pretty good. Let's move it on. Other side. So now, I was just alluding to before, I'm going to stretch the hips a little bit. I'm going to start off with one of those lizard positions, but I'm going to be grabbing my foot here to get a little bit more stretch through my quad. Again, it's not going to be a very long time, just 20 seconds or so. Also going to drop down here onto my elbow. This is a better position for me to get a better stretch. A couple big inhales, see what we got. Again, not too bad. I'm just trying to pass through these ranges of motion to give myself a little bit more slack in my very tight back. And again, not super tight, but very sore. Definitely very sore and pretty tight. And the idea here is that I have to go back into this hole and dig some more today and probably tomorrow. I have other activities and endeavors that I would like to also participate in. And I want to make sure I can, have my cake and pretty much eat it too. And with that, I'm going to do my homework, eat my vegetables, and do this mobility work. So I'm going to let that foot drop back. I'm going to take my lacrosse ball now. I'm going to roll through the glutes a little bit, right? So right glute, I'm going to cross my right leg over my left, pull these legs back, similar to that figure four-ish type position. And then again, just checking in on the outside and upper parts of these glutes. Not too bad. Moving on, other side, left glute. Same idea, crossing the leg with the right. This one's a little worse, but not completely miserable. But again, I'm just trying to get a little bit of movement. I'm not trying to go into any real deep massage. I'm just trying to literally feel better than when I woke up. Feel better than when I originally got on the floor. Next up, straddle. Standing straddle. This big focus here today is going to be on getting your abs on. Squeeze those abs, feel your abdominal activity turning on, shift the weight around a little bit, squeeze your quads. All right, coming back down. Now for a pigeon stretch, now again trying to attack the glutes. So for some of you guys, you can get into this position like me, reach those arms out, move around. If not, work on that capsule, upper capsule stretch here like this from the Kelly Starrett stuff. With that, again, quickly, I'm switching sides, going to my right hip, walking it around, reach out. All right. Moving on over to the wall with the ball. Okay, moving on to the ball. We're going to be attacking. Think of bottom of your rib cage, top of the pelvis, then you have the no man's land, right? Spine, no man's land. This is where you got your quadratus lumborum. The rectors are coming down, the lats are coming in and tied in. There's a lot of stuff happening here. They call it the, there's your lumbar fascia, but then there's the thoracolumbar fascia. And that's pretty much what we're going to be attacking. Very informally, again, don't go over your spine. We're going to stay below the bony areas, and it should just feel like you're working only through muscle tissue. If you feel anything nervy, something's traveling on your leg, move over. If it feels like it's a little bit too hard and bony, again, move down or move up and feel like it's more like soft tissue. So I'm going to put it into my lower back here, bend my knees, get down not too low, but just enough where I can feel like I can manipulate my body up and down, rotate side to side, and if anything, if I want more pressure, push back with my legs into the ball, right? So again, rotate around a little bit, up and down, just working around, scrubbing. I think you're scrubbing those muscles in the lower back. So again, not a terribly long time here. Now we're going to stay on the same side and work towards the higher part of the glute, right? So again, if maybe you feel like you're on the edge of the pelvis here, again, a little lower than that perhaps, but not out here on the bonier part of your hip, let's say, right here towards the back of the hip, top of the pelvis, right? You see me rotating a little bit side to side to work into that. And again, this is a good option for you guys that feel that, any version of lacrosse ball in the glute on the floor is not happening. This is a good way to, start to get into something that's more acute and a little harder. But don't forget, there's still then a lot more work on the foam roller you could be doing at that point. Switching sides, back up into the lower back. Same idea, scrubbing from the bottom of the rib cage to the top of the hips. Rotate through, search around. I'm going to transfer now, again, like I said before, top of the glute here, right at the ridge on the pelvis. Another good thing you can do with some of these positions too, especially at the hip, or like I said, the top of the pelvis here, is that once I find a nice spot like that, I can start doing these knee raises. We like to always encourage a little bit more joint movement on top of these mobilizations, or for what we're doing right now is just massage. All right, we are now done with the ball, moving on to the band. Okay, now we are on to the band. We're going to go into that overhead lat stretch with the same side, knee down. So with that band, wrist is in, grab it with the hand, same knee, same side is going to go down to the floor like this, and then I'm going to rotate into it like that, right? Dropping the back foot to the floor, tucking the pelvis, squeezing the butt, wiggling it around a little bit, because again, we're not doing any of this for a very long time. This whole thing that we do today, soup to nut, should be about 10 minutes, and then you should be on your merry way, hopefully a little bit looser than when you started. So again, we're going to get that up, switch sides, wrist in the band, grab the band, same knee down, palm is up, and then rotate into it. other band already tied up to this lower anchor point. We're going to be going after the back posterior chain here. Thinking about getting better at this hip flexion position. Again, my back is sore. I'm bending over into this hip flexion position, so if I can get a little bit better at that, get a little bit more mobility in those ranges, should definitely help out my back a lot. So, same leg forward with the band, and then from there, we're going to be doing movement. As I do this movement, I'm going to squeeze my quad as I push that knee back, hike my hips up in the air, wiggle it around, see where I'm tight, right? That's the whole goal, see where I'm tight. Hopefully you are finding some benefit from this as well. If you are, like the video, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. All right, that's good for now. Switching sides, same idea. Band goes all the way up in the hip. Same leg forward with the band. Sorry, same side. Banded leg is the forward leg. Other leg, again, that heel can come up. This heel should stay down. Squeezing the quad, moving around. Keep working that knee back, forward and back. All right, bringing it back. All right, so that's it for the band for now. I got one more thing on the floor I want to go through with you guys. Okay, last one on the floor, seated straddle. Right? Remember, if you need to prop yourself up underneath something, maybe you can take that foam roller and sit on that. That'll get you a little bit higher so you can get your chest up, spine long, over the top of the hips. So let's take those legs out wide, flex the ankles, squeeze the quads, get that initial stretch going, whatever it is that you feel there in the hips. And I'll wiggle myself a little bit around side to side. Remember, taking you through a little bit of what I would be doing, or am doing technically, to recover my lower back for more abuse. So again, walking forward with the hands, right? Shift my weight around a little bit side to side, a little lateral flexion. Now walking it back, I'm gonna carry myself over the top of the hip, reach over to the other foot, back over to the top, same idea to the other side, see what's going on over there. Come back up, maybe encourage my legs to open up a little bit further. Walk my hands back out. Remember, elbows can go down here too. Now when I come over this time, I'm gonna try to rotate through a little bit further this way, and then come down towards that foot. Big inhale, walk it back up to the top. Same idea, so as I go over to this side, I'm gonna rotate through, under, over, onto this side. Back through the middle, last time through the middle. Again, no deep forced stretches, nothing super long. I just wanna, again, get the blood moving, get me moving, and again, not feel like I'm gonna make myself more sore going through this type of routine. That's gonna be it for this quick little mobility bit. Subscribe, like, share. If you do share, tag me somewhere on social media. I'm not hard to find. Thank you.